So we are going to chase those rainbow trout again today. See if we get any. Got about a 4-mile-per-hour wind. The barometric pressure is very high, so it ought to be good fishing today. Hopefully we'll find some rainbows in here today, people. Stick around, like, subscribe, comment if you will. Okay, let's turn around and see what we got out here. All right, get this hooked up. Chest mount going on today. So yeah, let's get out there with the spoon first. We'll go out there with our spoon and see if we get any followers. Castmaster spoon. Kaplunk. I'll wait about 3-4 seconds, let it drop in the water column, and then start jigging it in. It's a beautiful day in Rochester, Minnesota. Well, I didn't have no followers there. Usually when you have 3 or 4 fish following it in, you know it's going to be a good day. Good morning, everybody. Where are you from? You people from all over the world on my channel here. Say hello. Comment. Subscribe, please. All right, I think we're just going to go to the fathead minnow. That's usually a sure thing. At least they chew on it or nibble at it. All right, let's get one of these guys on the hook. All right, fathead minnow. We'll see how this does. Where are we at? Okay, we're not down that deep. We're about 3 feet down. Set our bobber stopper line. Good morning, everybody. Where are we from? There we go. Yes, sir. Oh, we got the minnow. He stole it. He stole it, but the biting. That's all I care about, the biting. Yes, sir, the biting. They're out there. Yes, sir. He took that minnow. I should have set the hook right away. It looks like it's going to be a good bite day. Yeah, I got some minnows for him. They want to try to steal my minnows, they could do it. I got plenty of minnows for him. All right, let's get back out there. And let's get him again. Let's get him again. This time I'm just going to set the hook right away instead of them riding off with my minnow. All right, come on and get it now. Get some. There we go. There's the bite. Yeah, gonna be a good bite day today. Oh, damn. Gonna be a good bite day. Yeah, now I pulled it too soon and the minnow's on there, but no fish. All right, let's try again. Gonna get them sooner or later. Yes, sir. Gonna be a good day to fish. The barometric pressure is very high, so that's what they like, is when it's very high. They can swim in all columns of the water then. When it's low, it pushes them down in the deeper parts of the water. And that's what we're dealing with rainbow trout. You got to also look at the barometric pressure, how high or low it is. That's the same with northern too, supposedly. They got a swim bladder too. Good morning, everybody. Where are you from? Please like, subscribe, comment. I do read your comments. Yeah, the geese are acting up in the shoreline over there. They're always caulking, chasing each other around in the water. Get some! We're trying to. We had 2 fabulous bites so far. So I think it's going to be a good day to get some rainbow trout. At Foster Park in Rochester, Minnesota, we got about a 3 or 4 mile per hour wind, about 32 degrees. And I need to get me some today. Some rainbow trout. I'm fishing underneath the dock right now, see if any hiding underneath the dock. May have to put on a new minnow. It seems like they might have knocked out my live one. No, he's still good. All right, let's just get out there a little further and find him. There we go. There we go. Good morning, everybody. How you doing this morning? Where are you from? Please like, subscribe, comment. We're rainbow trout fishing on a stocked pond, year-round pond, special regulation. They put 600 to 1,000 every 2 weeks in here. In Rochester, Minnesota. The place is called Foster Park. Look it up. Come on and bite. Okay, we're going to find them. They're out there somewhere. We're going to find them. Good morning, people. Let's do some rainbow trout fishing. Yeah, I wish I'd get a 2-pound trout. No, not 2-pound test line. I actually got I think I got 3 or 4 on here. But we got a little dinky ultralight Daiwa that I found on the stock 11 years ago. Found it on the dock, and it's one of the best fishing rods I ever had. It doesn't break. It's only about 4 foot with a little some cheap old reel on there. But I could hold it in my hand is what I like about it. But the only thing is you gotta pull the rod above your head, set the hook. It's so short. Yeah, the Canadian geese are singing in the background. All right, let's get out there a little further and find those rainbows. we go. That's prime real estate there. I don't know, I like the way that bobber landed though. There we go. It's all jacked up. My line's jacked up around it. I've been known to get the hook crossed on the bobber. Beautiful morning. Really is. I don't know, something that says to me that maybe I lost my minnow on this deal. The last cast, I don't know. Nope, I still got it. I'll recast that. Recast it. Getting down a little deeper and deeper, which I don't really want to be. I want to be about 3 feet. So we'll set this bobber stopper again. Sometimes this little twine as a bobber stopper gets wet and it gets loose over time. Okay, there we go. How's everybody doing this morning? Where are you from? Please like, subscribe. We're going to do this live show thing for, I don't know, open water for, I don't know, till next winter at least. Then I'll be back on the ice again. Come on, Mr. Rainbow Trout, where you at? I had 2 fabulous bites that I didn't succeed on earlier, just about 10 minutes ago. So I know they're biting today. It's just they toy around with you and take the minnow in their mouth and try to swim away. And you try to set the hook and they got them by the tail. You can't set the hook then. Yeah, there's geese over there are making quite the racket. Good morning, everybody. Where are you from? What you doing today? Say hello, like, subscribe, comment. I do read the comments periodically while I'm fishing. I do. Appreciate all you guys watching. Okay, I think I may need a new minnow on here. This one might have been just a little dead. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I don't see no fish swimming around here. These minnows still good? They look good. Let's give them another shot out there. One more try and then I'll put a fresh minnow on. Beautiful day out today, people. Nice sunny day in Rochester, Minnesota. The geese are squawking. Here comes the mallards. Yeah, I think I need a fresh minnow on there. They particularly don't like killing a dead minnow because it's already dead. But periodically they love coming in and instead of eating the minnow, they'll see it swimming, they'll kill it like a cat kills a mouse and just the game's over then. Maybe I'll go down a little deeper too. Instead of 3 feet, I'll drop it down to 5 or yeah, let's put on fresh minnow. All right, instead of diddle-daddling around, let's get to the point. All right, this will bring in the rainbow trout when I see a live minnow instead of a dead one. I like to put the hook through the skull, through the eyeballs. That way they never see it coming. All right, here we go. Let's do this thing. Well, I'm going to drop it down a little. Yeah, let's drop it down another foot or two. All right, that's a little butter. And we got it out there nice and far. Morning, everybody. Where are we from? Please like, subscribe, comment. Everything helps. My algorithm when you do that. Okay, I think I got somebody toying around with me out there. Come on and hit me. The wind's starting to die down, and probably the bite will start dying down too, because they like it when it's windy waters instead of the bobber shifts up and down, and the water column when it's windier. It's usually very windy in Rochester, Minnesota. Average winds are about 12 miles per hour every day. Come on. Give me my first rainbow. California, welcome to the channel. We're out in California, beautiful state. Used to live in Arizona for 23 years. Used to love going to California beaches. Best beaches, even better in Hawaii, I think. Okay, where are these trout? Nothing wrong with that minnow. Let's find where these trout are. You just gotta find them. Maybe the bite was earlier than I got down here. I had two fabulous bites, but didn't set the hook. There we go. We got a taker. Yes, sir. We got him too. Yeah, we got him. Not the biggest one, but we set the hook this time. We got him. All right. Here we go. Number one, Mr. Rainbow. Well, it ain't the bad size at all. Not bad at all. Rainbow incoming. Rainbow incoming. I'm gonna lose him. There we go. Incoming rainbow. Rainbow trout. Get some. Rainbow trout in Rochester, Minnesota. Got him by the nose. Yeah, about 10, 11-inch rainbow trout there. My first one in the morning. Yes, sir. That's what it's all about right there. Some rainbow action. Fishing rainbow trout in Rochester, Minnesota. Got him right by the nose. I like to get the hook set right by the nose. You know, you ain't getting off when you set that hook by the nose. I lost one of my weights. I lost. I have to put on another split shot. But that's what it's all about, people. Right there, rainbow action, rainbow trout. That's why we're doing this live show fishing thing. Rainbow trout, yes sir. He looks like he's gonna flop right back into the water there, huh? All right. Let's get him back in the water. Nice fillets on him, huh? Beautiful fish. Right back in there. Okay, let's see if I find some split shots in my tackle box here. Be in the back right here. There we go. All sorts of split shots right there. Yeah, a little small, but we're gonna have to do. You know, we're gonna have to do. Well, we found our first one this morning. Yes, sir. See if we find another one out there.
Playing them, Bruce?
I got one, just throw it back.
I always forget how clear this place is at the bottom.
You didn't bring your gear today, huh?
No.
How you doing?
Good. I'm gonna get out Wednesday. It's supposed to be real nice Wednesday, probably out at Max.
Yeah, I came out here today. The pressure's real high, so I figured the fish are going to be biting like hell. I had two really nice bites at first, but they're still really timid. I mean,
Been here long?
no, just about a half hour.
Okay.
They like the other day, they come up, they chew the minnow like a bubble gum, and then they swim away. They don't even take the minnow. It's like, what did I buy minnows for if you're just going to come up and chew them like bubble gum?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I mean, that's the rainbow trout bite. Sometimes they just don't take it as
Trout will finish you.
yeah.
You'll probably notice your bait probably missing 2 or 3 scales or something.
I think I get the ugly minnows, you know? I don't want to bite them. Or they spit them out every time. They're too ugly for me. I ain't taking that minnow. But it's fishing, you know. Yeah, I'd be willing to go to Max with you, but do you think I'd get in for free? Like you?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because you're my brother and
I don't know.
you're my brother and handicap.
Oh, man, misfire.
See?
All right. Yeah, that handicap part is right. You got caught up around the carriage there. All right. Well, this beats the 12 inches of snow, huh?
Oh, yeah. I ain't been down here since I seen you last, and yeah, this place gone ice out of here.
Yeah. Ain't gonna be no more ice.
No,
We're done with that. It'll get a little chilly again, but yeah, like I
not
said,
enough to make ice.
it takes 20 degrees for 24 hours to possibly get 1 inch of ice, mattering other variables or wind. You know, it's harder to form ice when it's windy. But yeah, and this pond, the way it's suppressed like a toilet bowl with the hills all around it, it takes even longer.
Yeah, because it holds the cold in.
So, but well, it was a good year on the ice.
Fun.
Yeah. Come on, I want a 10 or 12 fish day. Not asking for much, you know?
Shit. All I'm asking for is an 8-ball and $1 million. I ain't asking much.
I come down here with high hopes all the time, you know, and then go home. Well, at least I got off the couch, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember one year I come down here, and it was, you know where I live, should take longer to drive here and back than, you know, catch your limit. And
Come on, hit me.
you know when they stock glass?
No, I don't actually. I usually, what I do is the gate's up there with the lock and the hole. I put the lock in the hole usually. So I can just drive in the parking lot, and if the lock's swaying, not in the hole, I know they stopped.
Or they've been here.
I want the edge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a smart way to find out if they stocked or not. And Because usually sometimes they do drive around that gate without taking the lock off, but most of the times they take the lock off and drive down.
Put a small trail cam on, check it.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, they're like just
Somebody will pull it off the tree though and keep it.
if they see it, it's
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah.
I've seen them for $20. There was one point.
I wouldn't mind doing that down the Mississippi, so you know the conditions down the Mississippi. You know.
Oh, one that shows live.
Well, trail cam, like I'm saying, down the Mississippi. So, can you do live on trail cam? No, you got to go down and get the card and then download
Well,
it. That's
some
right.
of them you
Alright.
could see live,
Okay,
but
probably more money for them,
yeah.
huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you never know the conditions down that Mississippi there. I mean, if you're going to waste that gas, go all the way down that Mississippi, you know, it's nice to know
Well,
the
I got a
conditions.
friend that lives there in Kellogg,
Yeah?
and he lets me know how.
Okay. It's always good to have somebody inside down there. And, you know, then they know, well, the perch are moving up to spawn, you know.
Well, walleye are moving in.
Right now?
Yeah.
Lake City.
I talked to him
You ever fish Lake City? On the point?
in the boat.
Okay. But there's a point you can walk right out in the marina.
Yeah, if you get there early enough,
Right. It's,
it fills up quick.
yeah, it sure does.
That's why I
Especially with the
started-
Hmong people there.
Yes.
That's Minnesota gold for them,
Yeah,
you know?
that's why I started doing the boat.
Okay.
Got that whole bay. I could
Yeah.
just slowly troll that
Cool.
whole
Wow.
bay
Cool.
and not even fuck with them.
You got one of those reels with the counters on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I usually set it out about 100, 150, and just pull it with a plain board,
Uh-huh.
so it's out there, and I just.
Wow, you're really getting serious about this fishing thing, aren't you? Was that just a bump out there? And I
I
would,
think it was your laughter.
yeah, okay. I'm bouncing it now. I
Okay.
like bouncing my
Yeah.
bait. Make it look even more livelier. So how's that new job of yours going? Josh got a new job too, huh?
No, he worked this job last year.
The lawn care?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that.
yeah. He started mid to late season.
Is he working for the ones? I know my
True Green, I think.
True Green. Is that the one that my brother-in-law worked for? They gave him a truck to go to and from home, and they give you.
They don't give it to him. He's got to drive in there, but I bet you they would.
Yeah. Because I know he had one. He would just drive it right to work, right from his house, and bring it home.
Ring out there.
Yeah.
Something come up.
Yeah. They need to come in and jump on my hook. Come on. Well, I got one. I can't complain, I guess, you know.
Why the hell did you move to Minnesota, Stephen? Because of this? This is nice.
Well, you could say the same thing for me, you know.
Yeah.
Arizona to Minnesota, people say you're doing it backwards, you know.
Yeah.
But basically, it's one extreme to another. Extreme heat to extreme
I
cold.
was out in Tucson. I was real little.
Okay, but that's a beautiful place,
Oh,
Tucson.
it is. My aunt lived there.
It's the whole earthly different environment with cactuses and, you know, the heat and stuff.
She introduced me to this one cactus. What is it?
Peyote?
Yeah. Peyote.
Peyote. I grew some of that when I was out there. I didn't partake, but I just, when the government says you can't grow something,
God damn it, I'm growing.
count me in. Fuck you.
Tell me I can't take
Yeah.
it now. Come, I dare you. I dare you.
You know, fuck you. I'm doing it. How can you tell me I can't grow an earthly plant? That's just fucked up.
Yeah. It's a weed. It grows anywhere. It's in my yard.
Actually, weed was the hardest plant I ever grew. I bought a $700 grow light and freaking, a controlled environment's better than just grow it in the backyard.
Yes and no.
So November, you know, it's getting cold out here. Got it out in my shed in my backyard, and I decided I'm going to reap it. I had about 3 or 4 plants. Drag them out across my lawn, right underneath the pine tree. Every year I get, one of them must have hermaphrodited and did seeds. You know, under stress, certain plants, they hermaphrodite and they do seeds. And those seeds underneath that pine tree, every year I get 4 to 5 foot plants coming up, you know, but if you don't provide them with nutrients, the right nutrients, you're not going to get anything sustainable. You're just going to get, you know, whatever they get out of the ground. So it's the nutrients that really matter the most. And then you got either over nutrient it and you burn the leaves, or under you get brown. And yeah, so I mean, but one of the hardest plants I ever grew, and I grew a lot. I had, when I was in Arizona in my backyard after I retired, 47, I had 80 something potted plants in my backyard. I had a little.
Where at?
In Arizona.
Oh my God.
I had it in my own nursery. I had banana trees. I had everything, man. I was selling the banana plants for $100 a piece.
Watch a trout nail that.
Yeah, the tobacco thing.
We'll make it team.
Yeah. Man, he'll fucking zip all over the pond if he hits that.
No, I spit it out.
Oh. I imagine there's some in there still.
I'm surprised nothing come up to even investigate.
Yeah, they're just not swimming around, it seems like today. Usually you can look down there and you can see them swimming around.
Well, when I come down, there was one out there swimming. You see it?
There we go. There's one.
They're coming in.
He's going to eat that fucker.
Check him out.
Yeah. He's going to eat that fucker. You'd be surprised what
Probably
they eat.
burning his tongue, the nicotine.
Yeah, I don't know, you know. But I've cut open bellies of trout before and seen pebbles.
Is that a fishing rod right there?
Probably.
Sticking up.
Or it's a stick, one or the other.
Straight up with a bulb on top.
I don't know. You'd be surprised when people drop even in here, even laptops. I remember the day when you were down here with your iPad or whatever.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah. I was down here the one time, black guy, Somalian, come down on the dock and rings his phone and it's ringing underneath the water. Hey, like it's still working, like unbelievable, it's still working. Because that water seeps in eventually, the pressure.
Josh, Mike and I went to Lake the Woods 3 years ago. Ice fish and stayed 3 days and 2 nights.
Nice.
Yeah. I dropped my phone down the hole.
Oh boy.
On the last day.
What did that cost you there? 800,000?
It was insured.
Okay,
so
good
I
for you.
had to pay the $75 fee.
That's why, like, I got this real tight on my chest, but it's only held on by a magnet. One of these times I'm just going to hit it like this, or, you know, and I know it's going to go plunk. Don't
step over this way. How easy does it come on?
Good. Yeah, watch this. It's a very strong magnet, though. Very strong.
Okay. Yeah, but my dumb ass would be like, yeah.
But that's 1,200. I got the added memory in this thing for extra 200.
Right.
So, I mean, at least that's what it was 5 years ago or whatever. iPhone 14 Pro.
$350.
Yeah, well, you know, to each his own, you know. What do you got, Samsung there? Or?
Google.
Okay.
It's an old Google. It's a 6. I tried to get the phone case for it, and they're like, we don't do...
do 6s anymore?
No. They're on it.
You gotta call up a caveman to get it?
I don't know where Laura got it, but she got me one. Yeah, they're on like Google 11. This, like, I think it's a 7 Pro.
When I first moved out here, I was so far back from phones. I would get those flip top. And I remember wearing my flip-flops and shorts and fishing on the North Shore over there, and then feeling this buzz in my pocket. And what the hell's that buzz? Oh, it's my phone. I'm in the water with my phone. No wonder.
The thing still worked, didn't it?
No, it
No.
actually burned it out. Yeah, water. See, once that seeps into that, I mean, my last phone, I used to dunk in the water because I had a waterproof case. It ain't gonna hurt it. Yeah, the water still gets in the
Eventually.
eventually, yeah, in the charger mount or whatever. Once it gets in that charger mount, you're toast too. So yeah, I stopped. It ain't worth the shot to dunk it in the water, and it ain't just
No, just to see if it works.
well, it's always to get that shot underneath the water when the fish is coming in. You're pulling them in.
Oh.
That's what I wanted. That shot,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
would be
I even
cool.
the one year I was gonna go out in the ice and I had a pole, I had a light, and then you put on like an underwater camera that's supposed to be waterproof. And the one winter that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna drill one hole, set that in the hole, and then the other hole while I'm pulling them up, you could see them under the water when I'm pulling them up. And I was like, I'm going
You
for.
can get one of them cameras now for ice fishing. They use them. Just set it on a nice day and use it like that.
But I wasted $60 on one of those little Chinese GoPros. Not an actual GoPro,
Right,
but because
Chinese.
the Chinese are only $60. Yeah,
Timo.
some weird name. And the GoPros, you're looking at $300-400. So, but I dunked it in the water the first time, and boom, that was it. Like fuck, man, you advertise underwater, and
Once. They say once.
just once, and I learned my lesson. I said, screw that shit. I'm not buying these cheap ass Chinese cameras
it did work
again.
underwater, did it not? Once.
Yeah, a waste of money. Come on,
It's
where
like
you guys at?
headphones at work. You can have headphones, but if you have ones that go in your ears or something, you gotta wear big ass earmuffs. So everybody goes with these kind.
And they walk around talking through the supermarket.
Well, they're bone conductive. You
Right.
put them anywhere on your head.
Okay.
And you can hear them if you have earplugs in.
Yeah.
So that's what we all use at work and shit.
Okay.
Come on, fishies.
Yeah, we got clear conditions down there.
I don't know.
I can't see if my minnow. Yeah, it's still down there. I see the minnow now.
Yeah. I see it. And then on bottom end. Yep.
Well, then I don't want them actually on the bottom. My line is going down. You know, these lines every now and then you got to frickin' reline them because they get loose and they get wet and they get loose.
Tighten 'em up.
Yeah. But sometimes they lose their swagger and you just got to just put a new one on.
Grab 2 pair of pliers. Really wrench it in there.
All right, now we're set. Yeah, I did buy some new gear for, if I do get it at Max. I got like those little rod so that you don't get caught on the rocks on the bottom where it jumps around.
Yep.
It's like got a rod on the bottom and then it's got a weight and then it's got,
Oh, bottom bouncer? Yeah.
Bottom
I've seen-
bouncers,
Yep.
yeah.
I use them on the river.
yeah. I mean, Max is notorious,
Well, I'll tell you the reason. Yeah, how when you go out there, you're reeling up and you always get hung up. We always thought it was a fucking log. No.
What is it?
It's a drop off. It's like it goes out
Yeah.
from that beach and it literally drops off. You can see it on my bottom radar.
Uh-huh.
It's a straight shot down and it's a big bowl. You know, it's like it all
Okay.
went there and then drained.
Numerous times my setup there is sort of a bullet weight, a leader underneath the bullet weight, and then a 2-aught 0 hook, and then I get like an 8-inch purple worm with a squiggle tail, and I throw it out there, and bass, northern, muskie, walleye, they all go after it. So, you cover the gamut that way, I think, personally myself. But the only problem is you throw it out there, places out there, you throw it out there and you start bringing it in, you get hung up and you lose 3 or 4 of those setups. So you got to have,
I'll tell you the killer bait out there.
what's that?
Either a swim bait or a blade bait. Blade bait's gonna kill it. Everything out there likes blade bait.
Okay.
The walleye like it, the pike like it, the muskie like it, the catfish will hit it. I've caught all of them out
Wow.
on blade bait.
Yeah, I wonder how the top of the dam, if they got that new park built at Fisherman's Inn yet or not.
Nope.
They don't?
I've been up there.
Okay.
I fished up there a couple times over the winter.
Oh,
They ain't done shit all
Wow.
winter.
wow.
I was hoping, I thought I heard that.
Did they at least put in a new dock?
There's nothing there.
Oh, wow.
They've got it roped.
I thought they dropped the lake by 4 or 5 feet just to put it in a new dock, and
Yeah.
they haven't put it in yet.
Well, I think they might have bulldozed or pushed shit
Oh,
out.
okay. Yeah, they're really screwing that park out.
Yeah.
I mean, the fish are gone and they're not coming back for a couple of years because
If that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they'll eventually come back. It's just natural. But yeah, right. You got to go put in and then go way.
when they did the dredge, they took up all the the underwater,
The underwater
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and that was what fish looked for cover, and that chased them all out. When they drained it, I went up there after they drained it, and you just see nothing but zebra mussels all over the rocks.
Oh, there's a lot of mussels now. You know where Fisherman's Inn used to sit up on there and you'd walk down and fish? That entire bay is just a flat.
Right, it's nothing but muck.
Yeah, it's flat.
Yeah,
And then it just drops and you
Right.
see the channel.
Right.
I've been out there in the boat, you see the channel, and then it just kind of, like a bottom should look. But yeah, all that's just a flat.
when they were bulldozing that Fisherman's Inn, I was right up underneath Fisherman's Inn. The guy didn't even do a freaking walk around to see if I was there. I thought he was going to do it.
Shit.
I thought he was going to do a 9/11 on me. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing, man? Don't you do a walk around? You freaking want to smack him in the head, I'm down there fishing, the freaking shit's coming down by me like, like what the hell, man?
Doing 9/11.
That's what it was, 9/11. They didn't tell the people they were going to knock the buildings down. They knocked the buildings down. That's why they paid them $1 million each or whatever the settlement was. We're sorry. We didn't tell them to get out.
Had to go. We weren't supposed to be open. This entire zip code was closed.
Yeah,
Each
I
building
mean,
had its own
I'm not a
fucking zip
conspiracy
code.
theorist myself, my friend, but when science meets facts, there's science and there's facts. When a building comes straight down in its own freaking footprint, like both of those buildings did, and number 7 came down in its own footprint, that's demolition. That isn't, because number 7 was like like freaking half a mile away from the 2 towers. Number 7 was where the command post was.
It could
where-
be,
Here we go. Hut. I'm busy talking. I got somebody kissing my minnow. Come on and get me.
Oh, he took it from-
Yeah, you're going to play with me. I expect that. You're going to play around with me. Say, hey, I'm just going to pull by the tail a couple times to get this guy all, his hair standing up, and then I'm just going to swim away.
I did it. I'm done.
Yeah, I did. I did my
told
purpose.
ya.
Now I'm going to go swim back out in the 34-foot hole. I got him going for the day.
He's got a witness.
Yeah, but that's what I think 9/11. I mean, that's where the command post was, building number 7. That's why they had to have a fire there and bring that building down.
Get rid of evidence.
And it was the billionaires again. They bet on the stock market for inputs that a disaster or whatever was going to happen, and they made their money.
Oh yeah, even do you see where
It's always the
Not-
billionaires.
not-
They're
not
fucking
being
scheming this
political,
shit.
Trump said we're not going to go in and start blasting the energy infrastructure.
No, now he's
price of oil or the price of oil, not gas, went down by barrel.
Yeah.
It's odd.
Well, whatever he says he's going to do, he lies on a daily fucking basis. I hate to say it. All right? It's like dealing with a 5-year-old who's got cake on his face saying, I didn't eat the cake.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, yeah. He's saying this as 5,000 Marines are on their way out there. They're
Yeah, I
not
heard
going out
two-
there to play patty cakes.
I heard 2,000, but
Okay,
yeah.
they're not going out there to play patty cakes.
No, no.
Right? They're going to go on that cargo island or whatever, and they're going to go on that island, then they're going to end up dying from a missile attack or whatever. And then he's going to say,
You think their capabilities are better than what, or more than what we thought? Shit, they fired that one missile towards that island base, and it went way farther than we thought.
we're not dealing with an Iraq here. This
No.
is 3 times the size of Iraq, and they've
And
built
bet-
all their
and
installments
better prepared.
under the ground.
Yep,
So
they're
they have
better
all their
prepared.
drone factories under the ground. They have all their missile. I mean, because we've been screwing around with them for what, 30, 40 years, you know? Of course, they're
Longer than that.
they're ready. They're ready.
Since the Shaw.
They're ready. I mean, it's stupid that, and if you ask me personally, I was cooking up a conspiracy theory in my brain yesterday. I personally think BB, not you, Snotty, not you, or whatever his name is in Israel,
Oh, okay.
he's got this Epstein file. Somebody tapped into the Epstein files maybe a year ago and got all the information out before they started saying let's expose them.
Release them.
Well, the Israel Mossad probably did, and now they got the scoop, the videos of Trump diddling around with some little girl, 13-year-old girl, all right, on video. Oh, you can't say that's not you.
No shit.
All right, and okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to attack Israel. I mean, you're going to attack Iran with us, or else I'm going to expose these videos. And because, okay, number one, why do we got to use our soldiers if Israel's got the hard on for Iran?
Because
Why don't they use Israel soldiers? Because someone's pressuring him to frickin' do all this shit. Not saying he doesn't want, he loves blood. He's a killer. He's a bloodthirsty killer,
he's
man.
deranged.
Right? And he's a bloodthirsty killer, but somebody's pressuring him to, he keeps on saying, no, we're not going to have boots on the ground. No, this isn't going to prolong war. Everything they're saying is bullshit. It's going to work out that way where he says, I have to. I couldn't tell you that we were going to do that, but otherwise, the element of surprise. We wouldn't have no surprise.
I have to.
You know? He's a blooming freaking idiot, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a shame. We could have had the first female president. Instead, we have
And you know what's
the worst
bad? And if
bloodthirsty
someone
idiot.
Off scene, it's going to be Vance, which ain't no
and
better.
no, some people say it's worse. It'll be the Handmaid's Tale.
Vance would be in charge.
Well,
yeah, we could have had a good president.
I
I'm not
personally
gonna
think,
lie.
you know, it's a shame to see it because, you know, Mitt Romney, John McCain, Ike. Ike was my favorite Republican president because he taxed the billionaires at 70, 80%, okay?
Everyone, he didn't give a fuck.
He said it was better than making missiles, okay? And today, we're in a stage, it's better to make missiles than tax the rich. We're on the hamster wheel.
Yeah.
You and I, no matter our political, you know, I'm Democrat. You know, I'm sure you knew that anyway. But, no, you're not.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I just don't discuss my politics.
Most people who are in the military back usually a Republican platform for politics, which I can't blame them. But now,
Military bases.
yeah.
You know, Fox. That's the news channel. Fox.
that's a propaganda channel. Is that what that is?
In Iraq, that's the only news channel you really got.
Okay, I didn't know that. But they're breaking all the norms because Trump was never a Republican. He's an authoritarian.
An authoritarian.
That's what I meant to say.
I know what you meant.
My tongue got all twisted. But
he's said Hitler, great leader. Yeah.
There you have it. Well, it's what
he wants to be Putin, dictator for life.
He's been washing Russian mob money since the 80s, and that's where Jeffrey and him got all their money from the Russian mob. They do it through real estate transactions, and they sell to the oligarchs, the Russian oligarchs. They've been doing. I mean, I knew this before he even ran the first time, because I'm from Pennsylvania and he's from New York. I knew this about the guy already, because he had like 2 or 3 casinos, and he bankrupted them all. How do you bankrupt a casino? People are giving their money away, and you're bankrupting, because the mob's coming in and saying, no, we want you to do more money for us, wash more money. That's why. And why wasn't he ever in jail for that? You know? And then he gets to run for president? It's like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, you said bankrupt casino. There was a county in Nevada.
This bites you.
Prostitution was legal.
Right.
And it was a dry county, but in this brothel, alcohol could be sold.
Okay.
Well, the state took over that brothel and club, and it went bankrupt. How do you bankrupt a brothel, a whorehouse?
You're doing something nefarious then with the money you
had to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a money making
Right,
machine.
right. That's what I'm saying about casinos. And Trump got to declare bankruptcy 6 times in life. Why does he get when me and you can only do it once?
Well, the law has changed. My uncle used to get a new house every few years. He'd buy it and declare bankruptcy, and then rent a house for a year or 2, and then buy another one and live in it and declare bankruptcy.
Yeah, I ain't got much faith. I'll tell you what, and you can mark my words on this, the Republican Party is he's gonna break it in a million pieces, Trump. Between him and his kids, they're gonna break it and say it's our party now instead of the Republican Party. They're stealing all the money.
It's gonna be a dynasty.
It's done. It's done. Because then you see, Ronald Reagan said, and I wasn't a big fan of Ronald Reagan, but he had his points. He was good. He was good in some ways.
He was a good actor.
Yeah, he wasn't that. I wouldn't agree with you there.
He acted like a president. He's a good actor.
He said if you let the loonies in the tent, the Republican tent, the loonies is what Trump invited into the tent, you're not going to have a party. And that's where QAnon people came in and all these other people, and they screwed up the Republican Party that way. And then you got the infiltration of the Russians, where you can't tell me the first time Trump ran, he had the person organizing his election campaign was from Russia, all right? I mean, and Jared had an office right down the hall from his first presidency, Trump's, because he was the intermediate between Putin and him and Putin. And that's why he didn't want to do it again. And, I mean, he's still skimming off the top, making billions of dollars from the Saudis and whatever, but... I mean, he's a snake himself, but yeah, that's where I stand. I mean, he's been communicating with Putin since then. I mean, he actually wants to be a Putin, where all the oligarchs, which he has, the billionaire oligarchs from
Epstein client list, so to speak.
I don't know if you've been down the rabbit hole as far as I have, my friend.
You're going pretty deep. I mean, I've
okay.
been, but go deeper.
Let me throw a name at you. Do a Google on Sasha Riley on YouTube. Sasha Riley.
I know that name.
He's a military serviceman, served in Iraq. I mean, you'll appreciate the angle he comes through. He had somebody interviewed him, and he got like 4 or 5 tapes of interviews from him. He's in hiding right now, all right, because he don't know if Trump's going to send somebody out to kill him like Trump killed Epstein in jail, all right, first time.
Himself.
Yeah. No, so did the guy in France, too, that was a pedophile. Yeah, he hung himself, too. Yeah, bullshit. But Sasha Riley did these interviews, and they're on YouTube. When you listen to them, I'll tell you what, after you listen to them, you're going to want to take a bath afterwards. It's that bad. It is that bad. Okay? I mean, in the 80s, Trump was so deplorable. The way he molested 13-year-olds. All right? That you're going to say, now I see the caliber this person is. he could do anything. He could launch fucking nukes tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm serious. He choked out this 13-year-old Sasha Riley, and that was his Sasha Riley, the service person. That was his kink. He would choke him out, and then would say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I killed you. Oh, I'm going to kill you this time." And he did it 5 times in a row to him. And then, as graphically as I'm going to say, the next time he came around, when it was a holiday, usually it was a 4-day weekend. When the holidays, the billionaires would watch a fist fight, bare knuckle, and then 4 or 5 days in, after drinking and drugs, they started killing off little girls.
Oh.
And all right, they shot him, and then Sasha Riley had to clean up the blood. And it's really deplorable.
Yeah.
All right, worse than Charlie Manson stuff, because Charlie Manson never killed, all the. He just directed it, but, and they would tell Sasha Riley, you know what, boys are harder to find, girls are dime a dozen. That's why we're killing them. He would ask, and then the one time Trump came in, and he said, I had the feeling Trump was the one running it, and Epstein was just the manager. Yeah. Here we go. We got the wind coming in now. Now we're gonna get a bite. But so the one time he came over, Trump, and he pulled his pants down and laid down on his belly and said, "Here, you could do me," to Sasha Riley, and he's 13 years old. Here, I'm opening my ass for you. So Sasha Riley's eyeing this tent spike in the corner of the room because he has to grab it to protect himself. So when Trump does that, he says, just put a rubber on. So he puts a rubber on that tent spike, puts it in his ass, and he kicks it, a 13-year-old, as hard as he can. He ruptured his fucking colon. He had to be heliported to the hospital, all right? And that's why he's been wearing diapers since 1986. He's been shitting his pants, even when he did The Apprentice. It's a proven fact on The Apprentice, he's been pooping his pants. Sasha Riley, that little 13-year-old, put a whooping on him. Right? Kicked it right up his ass. And you will hear that on these tapes, and you're going to say, well, the authenticity and the honesty of this guy, and he knows all the details, and he has all the records to back it up. The police reports of child abuse.
Hunting him down.
To kill him, yeah, that's why.
Hiding.
I mean, and he knows, he could see with the Epstein files that these girls that are coming forward. All right, here we go.
Got him.
No, I don't. See? He's toying with me. Now we got him. Nope. Too much slack here. He'll come back for it. But I'm like, yeah, Sasha Riley put a freaking whooping on his ass, man. A little 13-year-old. All right? For the rest of his life, every time he, surprise me, you start bleeding, hemorrhaging.
Yeah.
It isn't like just a little. I mean, I've had a perforated colon.
You know, how does one explain that when they're being rushed to the ER?
Okay, so he went to this doctor in New York.
Uh-huh.
All right, and when he first ran for president and won, guess what the first thing he did? He sent Huckabee, Sarah Huckabee, who was in charge of Bondi right now, Department of Justice or whatever. They went straight to that doctor and confiscated all those records of when he had to fly in 1986 to get his colon repaired because of Sasha Riley. They confiscated all those records, and then the doctor mysteriously died 5 years later, or whatever, two or 3 years later. Yep. I mean, he's like a Russian mobster. That's the way he treated our allies in Europe, like a rough. Here, you either pay me money or
something's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about it.
Right. He's like a Russian mobster. He kicked them all in the butt nuts. Now he's saying, "Why can't you help me open up the Strait of Hormuz?" Really? You freaking been kicking us in the nuts with you wanted Greenland, you wanted this and that. Little Hitler, little Shitler, he should be called.
You do it yourself.
Little Shitler.
Yeah, there you go.
Orange Shitler. It's just, he's such a pathetic human being, man. Nothing's out of his deplorable capacity. I hate to be doing a live show and talking about all this. Sorry, followers. Yeah, I see him. He's got that. Nope. See, they take the tail in the mouth, and they just, they're really freaking I bet you I still got that minnow. No, he got me that time. He got me that time. Okay, maybe the bite's picking up.
Maybe he took it and it was going places.
Yeah, you just got to get lucky in between. Sometimes they just take the tail and then you pull it and then you say, oh, I regret pulling that.
Damn it.
They're so timid. I don't know. You know, usually they just bite the damn thing and you hook them up.
And you got him,
Yeah. Okay, enough with that Sasha Riley shit.
Okay, yeah, let's fish. You fish. You're doing a live show.
Yeah. But all my mom, my sisters and brothers out in Pennsylvania, they're all Republican, and yeah, my mom was one of the biggest fans of Trump. My sister.
I voted for him the first time around, I'm not going to lie. And my reasoning was simple. He's a businessman. This country.
Actually, that's conflated too. That he's.
But at that time, you know.
I mean, they made him into some sort of real estate tycoon on The Apprentice, and he's really not. He doesn't even pay his contractors when they. And he says, take me to court.
Yep, it's business.
Take me to court.
It's business.
And you settle for less, only 50%, or take me to court. You know, that's just kind of creepy that way. You don't pay your own contractors.
Your taxes, or
your taxes too.
Yeah, you don't pay your bills.
I'm a smart man if I don't pay my taxes. Really? No, it's called being a thief. Yeah, I hate talking about that guy.
Hey, get out Wednesday. Want me to bring the boat out?
That's your call. You bring the boat out, you don't even have to pay it, Max. You just go right up the river. You drop it in there. Well, unless if it's low, you might not be able to get up in there.
Right.
Then you got to get out and walk the boat.
Oh, by the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever dropped it in there?
Not this boat I have.
Okay.
I dropped the other boat.
Well, how deep is the bow? The bow go down? Is it a V bow or?
No, it's V to black.
Okay. I mean, I don't have experience dropping boats, so you would know more about it than me. But I know
I'm put right there in max.
Oh.
And then what I do is I put in, you know how the fall comes over and that big rock, pad out there. I fish from that and throw towards the other side.
Yeah.
That way I'm throwing towards that wall.
Right. That's a whole nother ball game. You putting a boat in there, and I'm thinking just fishing on the shore and the way I usually
fishing on the shore. It's just the other side of the shore.
Right.
I need to pull down the garage there tomorrow.
Yeah, that's all your call, you know.
Yeah,
if you don't feel like doing it, then that's your call too. You know, either way, I don't care.
I'd like to get it out.
I haven't been in the boat in a while.
I don't want to put it on the river yet. Not that I'm afraid.
It's a little cold. Yeah.
Well, a friend of mine said that the walleye are just unreal right now. They're at the dams.
Yeah.
But it's the first outing. You need to make sure it runs.
Right.
So I put it at max.
Okay.
I got oars.
Cool. That always helps. That always helps.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the backup plan is all that is, you know. I like that when you get in a pickle, I like to be able to get out of a pickle. You know what I'm saying?
And the boat I got now is bigger than the boat we had. The boat we had was that canoe like.
Yeah,
okay, yeah, this is bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, I got oars.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like getting out of pickles when you get in them, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I carry that rope around when I go out ice fishing, you know? People don't think of in advance of what if I'm down here 7 a.m. in the morning and I'm the only person on the ice, and you got to be able to get out of that water by yourself.
You got to help in your rescue.
You know, there's a swirl out there. I almost bounced my phone. I want that magnet to stay on there. I don't need any kerplunks today. Yeah.
Go to your underwear and go down and get it.
And
I
my
guess.
asshole will tighten up, and I'll walk off the dock all pissed off. Damn it. Yeah, I got a waterproof case on this thing, but you know, like I said,
Ain't
they're
no
only waterproof so much. After 5 or 10 minutes, it ain't waterproof anymore. It's water seeping in there.
Only thing that's truly waterproof is a frog's ass.
That's right. You got that right. There we go. All right. We got another happy customer down there. That's what it's all about. Some rainbow action. Get some. All right.
There are fish here.
Yeah, there are.
Don't know if there's any more, but there's a fish.
You know, the Cambodian guy, the older guy, he's like 80. He come down here and he's catching like 10 a day. Those Cambodians really know how to fish. They take that
They make
little
their own
fly.
jig.
Yeah, they make their own
made
little feather jigs, throw it out there, and then they let it drop in the water column. Then they bring it up a little, just a little, bring it in nice and slow, letting it rise and go down in the water column. And that's the way they get them from the action they create.
They get them regardless.
Yeah. And I'm kind of the person that, okay, I'm going to rub elbows with those guys and learn what they're doing right. Okay.
That's when you find out you
Instead
can't
of getting,
buy them.
yeah, instead of getting jealous, you know. What are these guys doing? I got to learn this. But you can't get the fly out real far. That's what amazes me too. You can only get it out maybe about 30 feet, and they do just 30 feet all around.
Okay.
But it's a lot of casting, just like with a Castmaster spoon,
Yeah.
and working it.
You seen Eddie?
Yeah, you know, I don't really confer with Eddie anymore. You know, one day he came down, about 2 years ago, came down on the dock when Trump first got the first office,
Yeah.
and that's all he would talk about. And he'd come to, every time, hey, Bill, look who it is. Hey, and all he would just talk to me. He wouldn't talk to, like, the other Bruce, the other older guy. He would just talk to me about it because he knew I was Democrat or whatever. And I'm like, what the hell? And then the one day he comes down here and he says, you know, I'll put you down on the frickin' deck. I said, come again? What do you say?
Shit.
He says, I'll floor you right on this frickin' deck right now. I heard you yelling at somebody the other day. There was a stranger down here, and Terry, he accused Terry of fish. I'm down here on this side. He accused Terry of fishing with 2 poles. Terry knows the rules. He ain't fishing with 2 poles. I said,
And
"What?"
even if he is.
I said, why don't you just get the hell out of here, okay? To the cat. And I yelled at, and Eddie was down the other side, thought I was trying to start a fight with this guy. So Eddie comes down, and he's Mr. Neighborhood man that's going to protect the people in the neighborhood. 75 years old. He's lucky if he's 80 pounds, 100 pounds. And he 250. Come on, baby.
Come on, 250.
I want to see you do it. I said, come on, fucking hit me, all right? And Terry was down the other end. Bruce was down the other end. There was a couple people on the dock here, like 4 or 5. And he's telling me he's going to freaking floor me. When I used to grow pot, I used to sell them, right? For $400 an ounce.
All right.
I mean, where was this coming from? I mean, you got to realize sometimes when people get that age, they don't handle it too properly, and they get grouchy, and there's no changing them, you know? So that's where I'm at in my mind. I mean,
I just ain't seen him in a long time. I thought he
I
was
seen him a couple days ago down here,
Okay.
but usually when he comes walking around me, I just put in my music earbuds, or I just ignore him. You know, because if he's going to act that way to me without coming back up as a man and say, well, I was out of line, I apologize.
Yeah.
All right? Then he ain't man enough to be in my hemisphere there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't say one
He could
single...
have had a bad day.
Yeah, he could have. But I don't need him frickin' kicking me in the nuts and walking away.
No.
You're right, he could have. He tried to call me on the phone later on, and I sort of blocked him. And then he used his sister's phone and tried to call me. All right, like he won't recognize this number. And but he worded it this way. This is what he said: I don't wish to see any harm to you, Bruce. Like it wasn't even an apology, if you ask me.
No.
So, but yeah, he's still fishing.
Okay.
Every now and then, I over the years, I used to see him go down that lock dam number 5, and you see him at the AR7. There we go. Hit, hit, hit. Take it back down. Come on. Don't just kiss the damn thing. Take it.
It was missing scale.
And don't chew it like bubble gum. Yeah, I always liked Eddie. You know, it was
Yeah,
just
he seemed like
he
good
watches
people.
Fox News. He gets his frickin' panties all caught up in the crack of his ass and came down and he would talk to me about it. Like, well, you watch Fox News? I said, why? You're a Democrat. Why would you watch Fox News? You know, that's just, he likes to get his panties caught up in his ass, apparently. You know?
Come on, bite it.
Yeah. I'm about ready to go home and bite myself. Go get some lunch.
Go home and clean my boat up. But stay easy. I got your number.
Yes, yes. Like I said, text me. Let me know, like the night before, you up to going, you know, if you're going to do it Wednesday, like tonight.
Yeah, it'd probably be Wednesday.
Yeah.
Looking at it.
It sounds like
it'll
fun.
Be the nicest day.
Yeah.
So.
I'll go home and do a little bit of cleaning. That way I got some excuse for the wife. Yeah, hey, I'm going out fishing.
I'll take care of all my shit.
You know, that's the way that works.
All right, take it easy,
Yeah,
buddy.
you too, Steve. Nice talking to you.
Uh-huh.
Sasha Riley.
Sasha Riley.
Man, they should be biting like crazy today, but they're not. Barometric pressure's nice and high. They should be biting like crazy. Never seen anyone cast like that. Oh, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I like to think I'm original. I'm not a sidearm caster. I go over the shoulder. I've seen people sidearm cast and then throw their pole out in the water. A beautiful day out here in Rochester, Minnesota. We are fishing for stocked rainbow trout at Bolster Park. We got one so far. We're trying to find another. They're not really swimming around today. Usually you see them swimming all around. We're going to find another. Yes, sir. We're going to try our darnest to find another. Where are you at, Mr. Rainbow? Yeah, the wind died down. We had like a 3-4 mile per hour wind. It seems that died down. The fish prefer it a little windy at least. The bite is a little better when the more windier it is. Okay, starting to pick up a little, the wind. There we go, another one. Another one down the other side. Good right. That's the way it's done. All right, man, these guys are knocking them down today. Nice. The bite is on. There we go. Come on, hit me. We got about 3 mile per hour wind coming from the north. It should pick up the fish bite. Thank you for the good luck. Come on, let's get one more. Let's get one more on the board, and then we'll go do lunch. What do you guys want to eat today? Please like, subscribe, comment. We're out here trout fishing in Rochester, Minnesota. radio side. There we go. That's a nice one. That's a nice one down there. There we go. We got somebody bouncing around out there. Let's see if they're really interested. was a nice little bite, little tap. I still didn't take it all the way down, the bobber. There we go. So he's getting a little more serious. He's getting a taste of minnow in his mouth and says, Come on, hit me again. We're rainbow trout fishing out here in Rochester, Minnesota. Foster Wren's Park. They stock at 600 to 1,000 every 2 weeks. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it is a little slow today. I've gotten one, had about 4 or 5 good legitimate bites, but they're just not aggressively taking your bait. They're just babbling around with it, mucking around with you. Yeah, I guess you could say it's a little slow. Some days it's, 5 to 10 in one day. Today it's like 1 or 2. Other people are catching on the dock though. So that's a good sign. It's just not one person catching. There we go. We got another biter, I think. I could see him down there. Just needs to take it down instead of just playing around with it. They come up and chew it like bubble gum and then swim away. Yep, one nose bounce. Come up, nose it, and then swim away. Like they almost don't know what to eat. Yeah, maybe I'll put a fresh minnow on. We'll give it one more shot. We'll give it another shot. Put a fresh minnow on, see if anything happens. Nothing wrong with that minnow there. Nothing wrong with it at all. There's one straight down. I'm going to try to get him. There's one straight down in the water down there. Yeah, we'll see him down there. He's swimming all around the bait. Just not taking the bobber down. Yeah, there's a couple coming in. Quite a few coming in. Yeah, they're swimming in now. Here they come in. There's one on the top. There's one right there. Yeah, check that out. There's one right there. Swimming real slow towards the dock there. There's a rainbow trout. Yeah, they're swimming around, just not interested in biting anything. Weird. All right. Come on, Mr. Trout. Where are you at? I need a biter. A biter and a fighter. There we go. We got another happy customer down there. You're all down on the left side of the dock today, apparently. Yes, sir. I think that's about number 3 for him down there. I'm stuck on my 1. That's it. All right, maybe I had enough for the day today. I'll start pulling this in. Wrap it up. There we go. A little nibbler. You want to take the bobber down? Come on. Yeah, come on, take it down. Don't just bounce it. All right, let's put one more fresh minnow on there. And we'll see if we get anything. Oh, that minnow's just fine. He's still bouncing around. Nothing wrong with that minnow. Yep, the lakes are all open down my way. No more ice, open water all around, all around. It was 80 degrees a day ago, so it opened everything up. Even the 12 inches of snow melted in about a day and a half. 80 degrees. And the fish are swirling around now. And maybe they're coming in finally. I hope the bite picks up. I got fathead minnow on there. And then the bite is still difficult. Unbelievable. Well, I think I got other things to do today and dance around with these rainbow trout. These guys are being difficult. I don't need to be here. Nothing wrong with that minnow. The minnow's dancing like Tina Turner. One more cast out there. One more. All the way out. There we go, another one down there. Seems like they're all on the left side of the dock today. Yep, all on the left side. Usually they're on the right, the right side. I'm on the left side here. Alright, I think I had enough of this today. Yeah, I'm going to sign out. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you next time.